Hi, BookTube. It is April the 11th, 2017. It is 8:06 at night here in West Michigan. It is Tuesday. And yeah, I think on Tuesday in Holy Week is when the Lord, from what I remember, you have the Mount Olive discourse is in Matthew 24, I think. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple. You know, we read about him. Well, I mentioned about him going to the temple and overthrowing the money changers. And then it says, and Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to show him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, see not all these things, verily I say unto thee, they shall not be left here one stone upon another, that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. You shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in divers places. And all these are the beginning of sorrows. And then it goes on. So I quoted that in my online diaries today, since that's what took place as the Lord was looking to the cross Good Friday. So today is, like I said, is a Tuesday. This morning when I got up, right now I'm very tired. I couldn't sleep well last night. I don't know. Well, last night I watched on PBS a documentary they're having. I was going to watch it tonight, I think, at 9 o'clock on the First World War. And so maybe that kind of disturbed my sleep. But this morning I read from my newest book by John Piper, The Reading the Bible Supernaturally, Seeing and Savoring the Glory of God in Scripture. So I read that not only this morning, but I also read it this afternoon, and I might even read it, well, I don't know, I might watch that documentary. I might just tape it on our smart TV, because I'm kind of tired, and usually I just tape documentaries or special programs on PBS. But anyway, I read that this morning, and since I woke up so early, I was kind of sleepy this morning. So my wife got home around 10 after 9, and then I went and I visited thrift stores this morning. Well, this morning I had to go pick up fresh coffee beans, 5 pounds of black and tan coffee beans at a local roasting place that sells Mexican coffee beans, Simpatico. So I picked those beans up around 10 o'clock, and then right across the way was a thrift store, Action House, and I picked up at Action House, I picked up this book, Roger Williams, The Creation of the American Soul, Church, State, and the Birth of Liberty. And then I picked up, what else I picked up there? Oh, I picked up The Ordeal. No, I didn't pick that one up. I picked up this George Eliot, The Last Victorian. This is a biography by Kathryn Hughes. And I picked up this book, The Rival Queens, Kathryn de Medici, her daughter Marquerite de Valois, The Betrayal, the United Kingdom. This is This is nonfiction. It's European History by Nancy Goldstone. So I got these at Action House. Yeah, I think I got these. Yeah. And then I went up to Goodwill, and I found at Goodwill just 2 books, I think. What did I find at Goodwill? Oh, I found The Prague Cemetery by Umberto Eco. And I had this in hardback. I didn't know that. I wasn't really sure when I saw it. So I'll take this to the library Book Nook Saturday. Well, Thursday I have to cover for somebody from 3 to 5 Thursday. So I'll take this with a bunch of other books to the Book Nook. And I picked up this book called The Meadow by James Galvin. This was recommended by the writer Jim Harrison. The Meadow is a unique, extraordinary book, a mixture of novel and natural history, wherein Galvin reinvents the form, the true mark of a genuine artist. I can't recommend it too lightly. It's recommended by Marilyn Robinson. The Meadow ponders the alternative quiet at the center of the Western life, the human side of a conversation with place. Its language reenacts the discipline through which wilderness refines consciousness. It is a beautiful book. So I don't know. It's only 60 cents. So I got that at the Goodwill. I also I got this at the Goodwill too. Devil Sent the Rain, Music and Writing in Desperate America by Tom Piazza. These are essays on music and writing. So I got that. And then I went to Bibles from Mexico, which raises money for missions and missionaries and Bibles for Mexico. I found The House of Medici, Its Rise and Fall by Christopher Hibbert. Calcula, The Corruption of Power by Anthony A. Barnett. Calulica, I can't pronounce. He was that Roman emperor. The Roman Emperor Gallius Julius Caesar Germanticus, commonly known as the childhood nickname Calcula. I can't pronounce names. Anyway, I got that. And David Lodge, Souls and Bodies. This is a novel. And Fields of Battle, The Wars for the North America by John Keegan. And I picked up What Was Christianity Ever Done for Us by Jonathan Hill. The Good Life, The Meaning of Successful America, America Middle Class by Lorn Baritz. Saints and Strangers, which is being the lives of Pilgrim fathers and their families. And The Ordeal of Total War, 1939 to 1945 by Gordon Wright. So I got those at thrift stores this morning as I was coming home after picking up coffee beans. And I got in the mail today this new book put out by the New York Book Review Classics. This is Making It. It's an autobiography by Norman Podhoretz. This is a masterpiece of American autobiography. Is the tale of a striving, mythologized and nearly Machiavellian figure crashing toward his own salvation and more. This is quoted by Lee Smith from the tablet. Norman Podhoretz, the son of Jewish immigrants, grew up in tough Bronzeville section of Brooklyn, attended Columbia University on a scholarship, and later received degrees from the Jewish Theological Seminary and Cambridge University. Making It is his blistering account of fighting his way out of Brooklyn and then out of the ivory tower, of his military service, and finally of his induction into the ranks of what is called the family, the small group of left-wing and largely Jewish critics and writers whose opinions came to dominate, increasingly politicized the American literary scene in the 50s and 60s. It is a Balzacian story of raw talent and relentless and ruthless ambition. It is also a closely observed, in many ways still pertinent analysis of the tense and more than little dubious relationship that exists in America between intellect and imagination, money, social status, and power. The family responded to the book with outrage, and Polaritz soon turned no less angrily on them, becoming the fierce neo-conservative he remains to this day. 50 years after its first publication, this controversial and legendary book remains a riveting autobiography, a book that can be painfully revealing about the complex convictions and needs of a complicated man, as well as a fascinating and essential document of mid-century American cultural life. You can also read about him and the family, those group of Jewish New York intellectuals in this book, The Prodigal Son, The New York Intellectuals in the World by Alexandra Bloom. That's what this is referring to in the back here, the family. These are the prodigal sons that goes into their lives. People like Irving Howe, Alfred Kazan, Loyal Trinning, Philip Robb, William Phillips, Daniel Bell, Seymour Martin, Lipset, Nathan Gazer, art critics, historians Clement Greenberg, Arnold Rosenberg, novelists Saul Billows, and journalists, political journalists Irving Kristol and Norman Polaritz. So it goes into their lives in that whole time period there that he was a part of. If you want more in depth about the family. So that's what's going on as far as my diary today. I ended on page 329. So tomorrow morning, if the Lord does not come back, I'll be on page 330. So I'm still reading the Holy Bible, still writing in my diary, still going through my days. Today it was dark and cold and damp. It's supposed to be sunny tomorrow, but we'll see. So I just thought I'd show you the used books I picked up as I was out this morning picking up coffee beans. And what I read today, like I said, I read this afternoon, I read this thing, Devil Sent the Rain, Music and Writing in Desperate America. He has several little articles here on Bob Dylan, little essays. I was going to read here the one on You Gotta Serve Somebody. That's, Bob Dylan. See, Bob Dylan, 1997. The Legacy of Carl Perkins. Probably you guys don't know who Carl Perkins is. True Adventures with the King of Bluegrass. You have in here, who's the King of Bluegrass? Let's see here. The Grand Ole Opry. Jimmy Martin, veteran of the Bill Monroe's early 1950s Bluegrass Boys, and one-time Delca recording star. Jimmy Martin. I don't know anything about Jimmy Martin. I'm not really into bluegrass, but he calls him the king of the bluegrass. So yeah, so that's what's going on. I suppose I'll close. I might make a video tomorrow. Tomorrow's a Wednesday. I don't know. Anyway, hope you're having a good week, and thank you for the. Well, I've been losing subscribers. I haven't been gaining any. I think I've lost 3 subscribers since the last couple of days. But hey, I'm just here because I like making videos. I like talking about books. I like reaching out into America and sharing my love for books. Until next time, bye.